what if Tank Davis, who can punch, who's a hell of a fighter, what if he lands a punch on this bigger guy's chin, right? He's not a professional fighter. What happens? What happens?
Fight fans, welcome back.
This man has absolutely no fear.
They call it philomesia, the concept of either hating to love or loving to be hated.
Hey, New York, shut the up, New York, and boo yourself.
It's a term that's become more and more relevant as modern society unwillingly embraces its villains just as much as its heroes.
He want to come off as a villain, like he's trying to leave his mark. That's what he's doing.
So today, with the ability to monetize revulsion, the sweet science adopts a new sour sister.
This has been the culmination of 4 years of call-outs.
One that pushes aside legacy and honor to prioritize controversy and numbers.
I don't fight for legacy. I don't fight for none of that. I fight for that check. I'm in the check cashing business.
And now, Gervonta Davis assumes the Mayweather role, taking the Jake Paul bait towards a bizarre skill and size trade-off.
With a background in wrestling, boxing, and just about anything outrageous.
In a night that could be the most hated in the sport's entire history.
That's called being a bully.
You guys need to fight guys your same size.
He's a bully. Why are you fighting the guy half his size?
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
Jake Paul, Tank Davis, November 14th, live on Netflix here from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida.
Whether you find it fascinating or infuriating, these gimmick fights in boxing are certainly nothing new.
Let's roll with this exhibition, a surreal spectacle.
From Mayweather to Pacquiao to Oscar, all the way back to Muhammad Ali. Today, cross-discipline combat seems to have lost its edge.
The fusion of UFC and boxing coming together,
as the gulf between expectation and reality continually sees the biggest of occasions, producing the most disappointing of outcomes.
Hell no, that shit was weak.
It's going to be a knockout reel. Anthony Joshua kicked it off.
Jake's appeal, however, is a little different.
I understand the market and I understand this freak show, shock kind of the world mentality.
But you don't play boxing. And his moving of the goalposts from a 6'6" Londoner to a 5'5" Baltimorean reminds us why, no matter how much he improves or what ground he makes, people still, after all these years, just want to see him get knocked out.
Man is going to get the bag. He don't care what you think.
And while Gervonta Davis hasn't exactly been in the good books of boxing purists for some time now, a fight-ending Jake Paul liver shot would flip the script nicely.
Barbershops across the world, people will talk about this and be like, oh, Tank's gonna kill him because he will not get hit.
Is there any way you could, any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
And then it'll be like, no, Jake's gonna kill him because he knocked people out.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this, anything goes, anything happens.
And so I'm like, okay, maybe this is the hook. Maybe this is the brilliance.
But can you pick a winner in that fight?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Before we look just how bizarre the future is, let's first take a quick look at the past events that got us here.
He just landed the overhand right, and the fight has been stopped.
Ability-wise, Jake and Tank's last 5 are worlds apart.
Neither of these opponents were ready for prime time or really should have been in there at all.
But name and popularity-wise, it's worryingly close.
And the reach on the various social media platforms puts most world title fights to shame.
A few years ago, Tank stopped Rolly at the Barclays in a victory that would age surprisingly well.
Good shot by Davis and a good counter.
But his power is different than mine. Like, mine is more like if I hit you with a sledgehammer.
Romero get a right hand that time, and that rocked Davis for a moment.
Tank is like, bro, he'll catch you with a blind shot.
There's a big left hand.
And he's explosive, you know, so.
In his next couple, he temporarily rid Hector Garcia of his ability to see.
He said, I just can't see from the right eye. He was blind by the shots that Gervonta Davis gave him in that round.
And then Ryan Garcia of his ability to breathe.
Davis was good. I think he does struggle with activity. I know he caught me with a good shot.
What a missile strike by Davis!
You just got to be careful with Gervonta and play it smart. I didn't play it smart.
What was going on internally? Were you having trouble breathing?
I'm not saying nothing, but yeah, I couldn't breathe.
A year later against Frank Martin, however, we got exactly what we expected.
He do a great job at landing this big shot.
Jab, he's got to get back on that jab.
You know, hit guys on the button and just get them up out of there.
And then, against Lamont Roach Jr., came the one that caught us off guard.
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Can't do shit. Wait, I don't give a fuck.
So y'all better be quiet.
Familiarity has brought confidence to Roach, but too much confidence against Tank is a recipe for disaster.
Lamont matched Tank's skill for skill like we'd never seen, sitting the pocket and refusing to backpedal in a way that seemed to nullify his offense.
But still, Roach leaned forward. He took a knee.
I hit him with like a clean body shot. He was like, I thought you hit harder than that. I was like, motherfucker, I thought you hit harder than that.
Waning passion and pre-fight retirement talks now leave just enough question marks to make November 14th genuinely interesting.
Tank, are you going to be retiring? If not, who could we see you fight next year?
Right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, doing me right now.
Tank's credit, he's a real bad dude, and he's been calling out Jake for 3 years.
Jake Paul, someone you'd want to take on at one point?
Yeah, tell him this is my call out. Jake Paul, what up?
It's funny how now they're saying size matters, Jake is big, when for so long it's been Tank would kill Jake Paul. Now you get to see if that's real.
Jake won't match him for I need to.
What are you gonna do if Jake Paul just grabs you?
Because this size and strength interchange will bring more problems than you think.
When a 200-pound person like Jake, who does know how to throw punches, if he's able to crack Gervonta with a shot, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna fucking hurt.
2 fights against 2 10-year pros, Borland and August, saw Jake tackle his fight-a-real boxer criticisms head-on in 2024.
Well, the time has come to get in the ring with boxers. Not as a striker in the UFC, not as a basketball player. We got to start holding Jake Paul accountable for that. Not because he can't fight, because we know he can.
We are set for the main event.
August, a 10-1 Texan, was slept in a round.